Steve Zahn made an appearance in Chicago to talk about the film Rescue Dawn. It's based on a true story about Dieter Dangler, played by Christian Bale, a fighter pilot who gets shot down in Vietnam and becomes a prisoner of war. Steve Zahn plays Dwayne, the only POW to escape into the jungle with Dieter. Zahn talked about the challenges of taking on this role and also working with famous director Werner Herzog.
You can run in here if you like, but I'm gonna scram. You cannot escape. Let's say you make it out of camp without water. You won't survive more than 2 days out there. The jungle is the prison.
This movie is absolutely incredible in the sense that it is set in 1966 Vietnam. Why do you think Werner Herzog wanted to tell this particular story about Dieter Dangler?
Well, it's the story itself is just really kind of unbelievable. Just the fact that Dieter's this German-born guy, he witnesses P-51 Mustangs bombing his village and realizes he wants to be a pilot in that moment. And his whole life is driven towards flying. And then he, first mission over Vietnam, he gets shot down. And then early in the war goes to this prison camp where there's already Americans. And my character, Dwayne Martin, was the first lieutenant in the Air Force. He was already there. And then, you know, this elaborate escape.
So when you were first approached about playing Dwayne in the movie, I mean, did this automatically appeal to you because...
I went after it.
Okay.
I had seen the documentary, Little Dieter Needs to Fly, years before, and it was so inspiring to me. It's one of my favorite documentaries. So when I heard that Werner was going to make the movie, I just, I told my agent, I have to meet him. I have to sit down with him and talk to him.
What was the biggest challenge for you in playing this role? Because we're used to seeing you play comedies, action movies like Sahara. We're used to seeing you in roles like that, so this was really a lot different.
Yeah, I mean, what was hard about it was just the endurance and keeping it up. I lost 40 pounds for it. We all lost weight for it. So you're at a certain, well, you know, to keep your energy up for a 12-hour day was tough, especially what we were doing in the movie. That was the hard part.
I mean, was it more emotional for you because you were portraying a true story?
Definitely. Dwayne Whitney Martin, I hope someday to meet some of his family. I mean, I had his picture in my truck, on my visor, I had it on my fridge. Every time I went to eat something cheap, he was there.
And Steve, I understand too that, that you've been quoted that you really enjoy history.
Yeah, I mean, since I was a little kid, I had model airplanes, and I would, growing up in Minnesota, I was, you know, it would be -10, and my dad laughs. I would be outside playing Battle of the Bulge by myself in the dark. I was up at Sunday night watching World at War on his lap as a little kid. I was always fascinated with the human aspect of, I don't know. And so I was a big history buff, and yeah, I've always sought these things.
Well, to be honest with you, it was an absolutely incredible movie, and you and Christian both did a terrific job. It was a pleasure talking to you. It's great to have you in Chicago. Are you going to do anything fun while you're here?
I don't have any time, man.
They got you working the entire time.
I went down to Starbucks.
That's about it.
Blast.
Need to hit Michigan Avenue. You're right around the corner, for goodness sakes. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm your true friend. I will not lie to you. I will never let you down.